Hello everyone, this is me again, and I'm here for another custom model showcase, and this episode will be on Bear. Alright, so now for a bit of backstory on this custom. I first made a custom of Bear in April of 2015, and I used an old style D199 for it because that's really what everyone else was doing basically. And later on, about a year after that, I decided to redo him in a darker green because when I first painted him, I used a light shade of green because I had a really crappy printing of a Railway Series illustration for reference, and it made his green look lighter than it was, so that's really what I used the first time, so I repainted it to be darker and more accurate. But I think about a few months after that, that was when I first decided to do the Enterprising Engines remakes, so I repainted him into his BR Blue livery, which you see here. And, well, after that, I made a last-second decision to redo him with Daisy right here. Because I've seen many people say, oh, the old-style D199 works best for Bear. No, Daisy does. And, like, personally, I don't really feel either of these work that well for Bear. But I decided to use Daisy just because it was more original, basically. And I, of course, did use the D199 case for my original. Because, well, that was really my only option. Because I didn't really, like, have any other yellow faces, and I didn't feel like painting a face yellow. So, yeah, that's basically how it is. So let's now get a good look at this model, now that the backstory's out of the way. Up front, we see the face and the windows. Now, the windows, like, you might see, I'm not too sure how apparent this is on camera, but right at the bottom edge of these windows, it looks like there's a transparent layer or something on them, because there is a transparent layer or something. That's the glue that I used to put the face on. Because I did tear the face off, well, pried the face off right before I repainted him in green, so that I wouldn't ruin the face. On the side is pretty basic. It's just got windows and the vents, the window frames, and these two squares, which I don't know what they are. And so for these white lines down here, I don't know if these are supposed to be handrails, but like, hold on, let me. Yeah, in the illustration that I used for reference, they are painted white as if it was just part of his livery. But I'm not sure if they are or not. They might just be handrails. I'm not sure. But I wanted to put these on this model when it was in blue, but the number was too long, so there wasn't room. Unlike when I first did a BR Blue Bear with this old D199. So I am glad that I was able to add that there. And I did add that lighter green stripe that he has in the Railway Series in his NWR livery, which I did not add when I first did Bear, like the very first one I did, because again, I had the crappy illustration for reference. And yeah. Oh yeah, funny thing about these windows here, I screwed up when I first did Bear with this Daisy model, when it was in BR Blue, by the way. And I thought this was just another square just like that, but turns out it's windows. So you might just notice when watching Super Rescue that he has a square there instead of the windows. So, yeah. Which I did not make that mistake with this original one. So, yeah. And I added those on like maybe 10 minutes ago. Like, I was just about to film this video and then I realized, oh crap, wait, that's a wait, it's windows, okay, yeah, I screwed up, I need to put those on now. So I did put those on, and here we are today. On the back, again, not really anything too significant, just windows and buffer beam, other side symmetrical. And actually, for the roof, I actually did add all these details. Because when I repainted this D199 in the darker, more accurate livery, as I was talking about, I forgot to take the roof on this, and so it's all screwed up, and I put a decal on it, and I just drew the details on it with this roof for reference. But then right when I decided to redo him, I couldn't get the decal off right. So what I did for this was I used this newer D199 for reference. Now you might notice that there's just lines here instead of the circle. I could not pull this off to save my life. And these details here were originally more accurate to this, but I messed it up, so I just did this instead. But other than that, it's pretty much identical. So yeah, and I just painted the roof white and then just drew those on with a pen. It looks kind of crappy, but whatever. Well, one thing I did do with it was I put on an extra layer of ink for this part, and then licked my thumb and smudged it so it looked like soot coming out of the vent or something. I don't know the proper term. So that's pretty much it on this showcase for Bear. I'm not too sure if I'm going to do too many custom videos in the future, because the whole reason I had as many episodes as I did in the past, well, only 3, but the only reason I had them at all was because I got into a big custom kick right when I decided to do Enterprising Engines. So I did Bear, I did Isabel and Alice and Maribel. I'm not going to show those right now because they look really bad. You'll see how bad they are in Little Western, but including this repainted Bear. And there was my Flying Scotsman, but I had already made it a little bit before and just modified it to be more accurate to how he was in the Railway series. So yeah, I'm not too sure if there's going to be too many custom videos in the future, but I've been thinking hard about doing commissions. So there could be more custom videos, like I get them made for people and then I make videos and then I ship them out. So that's a possibility. If I do decide to do commissions, then I'll make an announcement video for it, like talk about like pricing and stuff. So that might already be out by the time this is uploaded, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, I'm just gonna stop this before I ramble more. So yeah, this is Ethan P. signing off.